corruption. President William Ruto has rejected the Conflict of Interest Bill 2023 and referred it back to Parliament to tighten the proposed graft law. In declining the bill, the head of state said the bill, as presented, does not meet public expectations and blamed both houses of Parliament for diluting the proposed law. Seth Olale has the latest update on the controversy that has shrouded the drafting, debate, passage and assenting of the bill.
Return to sender. President William Ruto's big no to assenting to the controversial Conflict of Interest Bill 2023.
I have just referred back to Parliament the Conflict of Interest Law or Bill, because in my opinion, it doesn't meet the threshold of the expectations of the people of Kenya.
The president's dismissal of the Conflict of Interest Bill is a big win for EACC, which had criticized Senate for diluting the bill to allow state officers and their families to do business with the government. The anti-graft body had accused the lawmakers of deleting critical clauses and amending others, thereby crippling the fight against corruption.
There are attempts being made to water it down so that public officers can still trade with government.
The head of state faulting the bicameral House for failing to lead in addressing the fight against corruption in the public service that has been precipitated by conflict of interest.
I expect both houses of Parliament to exercise leadership in making sure that we get a piece of law that will help us manage and eliminate eventually matters corruption that in many cases come as a result of conflict of interest.
The controversial Conflict of Interest Bill, which has been referred to Parliament for reconsideration, can only be adopted by Parliament with a two-thirds majority passage.
We cannot afford to carry the baggage of self-interest into public service.
The Conflict of Interest Bill 2023 prohibits public officers from engaging in activities that would cause conflict between private interests and public interests or official duty. It also prohibits former public officers from engaging in activities that would result in conflict of interest after ceasing to be a public officer. Compliance measures by public officers include recusal, declaration of income, assets and liabilities by public officers, and divestiture. The move by President Ruto to refer to the bill to Parliament coming amid calls for further improvements to strengthen its provision on transparency and enforcement to align it with the constitutional values of integrity and good governance. Seth Olale, Citizen TV.